Sorry, my car's really loud when it's cold. It also, the fuel cutoff doesn't kick in on overrun, so I get some really nice backfires. So I'm wondering if we'll hear those. Hang on. There we go. Speed bumps. Up, down, up, down, up, down. More speed bumps. Here we go. Doo-doo. One more. All right. Another one. Now I dodge this one. And another one. All right. So, today we are going to talk about, for my first vlog, big deal, we're going to talk about the GTI and why I bought it. I know someone said on the last video that they wanted a modless video. I'll probably get to one of those eventually. It's a lot of little things. There's not too many really big things that I've done to the car, but I'll get to one of those eventually. But for now, we're going to talk about what drew me to the GTI. And so I'm going to take you back 2 years and 2 months in time to when I was looking for a car. Now, at the time I had a car, it was my father's old 2003 Passat. And I was a big Volkswagen Audi fan. I still am, obviously, as you can tell by my shirt. But I was looking for something in the Volkswagen family. So either a Volkswagen or Audi, you know, Porsche, Lamborghini, stuff like that. Way out of my budget. Couldn't happen. So I was looking for something with forced induction. I didn't want another naturally aspirated V6, which means in the price range that I was in, and you know, the interest, or my interest rather, I was between a B7 A4, a B5 S4, and a Mk5 GTI. Now, if you don't know Volkswagens or Audis, B7 and Mk5 are pretty much the same generation from 2005 and a half to 2008, 2009-ish. And the B5 S4 is from 2001 or 2002. The B7 A4 and the Mk5 GTI both have the 2-liter turbo, and the B5 S4 has a twin-turbo V6. So obviously you can see right there, there's a lot more performance potential. Wow, potential. There's a lot more performance potential with the B5 S4, simply because it's got 2 turbos and more displacement. It's a 2.8-liter V6. But I went to test drive one, and first of all, you can't find one that hasn't been beat on if it's a manual. I went to test drive an automatic, and it just didn't feel, it wasn't the car that I was looking for. I wanted something a little bit more modern. I already had a 2003, I didn't want a 2001, I didn't want to go backwards. So I started looking at B7 A4s, particularly B7 A4 Avants or wagons, because those are awesome. I was thinking it'd be cool to have like a sleeper wagon. And I started looking at those, and those were just way out of my price range. Like anything in the B7 A4 range that had decent mileage was above my price range. And not only that, but it was really, really hard to find them in manual. I couldn't find them. So I decided to kind of take a step back and think, do I really need all-wheel drive? Which the answer to that is no. In my situation, I live in New England, so it snows a lot, but I have snow tires for this car, and I'm very happy in the winter with this car's performance. So no, in my situation, no, I didn't need all-wheel drive. Ooh, there's a guy walking by staring at me. Hello. So I started looking online for cars, and all the Mk5 GTIs that I could find were either DSG, which is a very, very good transmission, and some days I wish I had it. I'm not gonna lie, that's the dual clutch automatic. You know, it's like instantaneous shifts, and it's just a good trans altogether. I've driven a couple DSG cars and they're a blast, but I wanted to learn how to drive manual. So in order to do that, I needed to get a manual transmission car. And as you can probably tell, I ended up with a manual transmission car. But I started looking online, and I found this one that was absolutely perfect. You know, 70,000 miles, which was right in my price range, which was nothing ridiculous for these cars. And I was gonna go look at it with my father, and we were about to leave the house, and I looked online on cars.com and said it had been sold. It was gone. So that was that. And my father and I were ready to go look for a car. So I quickly did a search on cars.com and came across this car that I'm in right now. It had 86,000 miles on it, which is a little, Thank you for that. It was a little bit higher than I expected, but you know, what can you do? The car was literally 4 miles away from where I was at a Ford dealership, and so we went there, we test drove it that day, and put a deposit on it, and the rest was history. So personally, what drew me to the GTI not only is, you know, the fact that it was what I was looking for, a modern-ish car. This one's a 2008, but also that it has a ton of aftermarket support, because I knew I didn't want to leave my car stock, and this was going to be my first car that I was modifying, so I didn't want some, you know, unknown car that nobody had ever modified before, and that was going to be hard to find parts for. And Volkswagens in general, it's really easy to find aftermarket stuff for, because there's such a big Volkswagen scene and such a big modified Volkswagen scene. I ended up with this car. I love the fact, my favorite things about the car, obviously the fact that it's turbocharged. I'd never had a turbo car before. That was the best. I really love this flat bottom steering wheel. I really love the way that it feels when you drive. The clutch is super forgiving. I'm still on the OEM clutch at 116,000 miles. That probably will change this winter, but that's for another vlog. And I don't know, it's a very planted car. Steering goes where you want it to go. Squeaky brakes. And it's just a car that made me happy. So I want to say thank you guys for watching my first vlog. Please let me know in the comments how I did. I know a lot of times the first few vlogs are a little rough, but what can you do, right? Gotta start somewhere. And I will catch you guys in the next vlog. Please leave comments below. Let me know what you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about. You guys can talk too, but whatever. All right, bye.